We'll just go straight into the Sedera and...
Yeah, thanks, Chair. So Councillor Douglas Reid.
Here.
Councillor Jim McMahon.
Here.
Councillor John McFadden.
Here.
Councillor Elaine Cowan. Councillor Maureen Mackay.
Present.
I have an apology from Councillor Ian Linton. Councillor Graham Barton.
Here.
I have an apology from Councillor Barry Douglas. Councillor Neil Ingram.
Here.
Councillor Claire Maitland.
Here.
And I have an apology from Councillor Drew Filson. Thanks, Chair.
Thanks, Chrissy. Okay, next part of the agenda is the declarations of interest. Don't think there's anything that leaps out. No, don't think there's anything to apply here. Okay, and we go to the update report on item 2. That's Dunlop Early Childhood Centre, and Andrew Kennedy's going to take us through that.
Thanks, Chair. Good morning, members. The purpose of this report is to advise Cabinet of progress with the Dunlop Early Childhood Centre project and to seek approval to adjust the capital budget allocation. Paragraphs 3 to 5 of the report provide background to Cabinet's decision in June 2019 to relocate early years to a new standalone facility at Lugton Road, Dunlop. That was due to the challenges in constructing an extension at the primary school site. The other advantage to this proposal was that the existing early years accommodation within the school could then be used to provide the additional space required by the primary school, avoiding the need for a decant. An update was provided to Cabinet in February 2020, providing information on the necessary enabling works contract at Lugton Road to culvert the existing watercourse and reroute a main sewer and allow access to the site for subsequent construction works. Paragraph 6 onwards notes progress with the enabling works contract, which was challenging for a number of reasons, including SEPA restrictions requiring works to be undertaken out with the fish spawning season, and also reaching legal agreement with third-party owners of adjacent land. As a result, the contract didn't commence on site until September 2021, and due to a number of issues, including supply of materials and adverse weather, works have only recently been completed. During this period, negotiations were ongoing with the preferred contractor to reach a contract sum for the construction of the new early childhood centre. And paragraph 9 advises that we're now in a position where the contract can be awarded to allow a construction start in September. However, final costs are anticipated to be approximately £700,000 higher than the original construction budget of £3.143 million. This increase in cost is due to the current volatility within the construction sector around about inflation, material supplies and fuel costs, and also the adoption of the Passive House standard for the project that was agreed after the original budget was established. The adoption of Passive House is viewed as critical as the Council develops pathways to net zero in support of our climate change aspirations. Following review, it's been determined that £300,000 of the additional costs can be met from the underspend in the original Scottish Government grant funding received for the 1140 hours programme, and it's recommended that the remaining £400,000 be funded from the existing energy efficiency, sustainability, carbon zero capital budget allocation, which was established to support capital projects such as this Achieve Net Zero. Chair, the implications are noted at paragraphs 13 to 19, and the recommendations are set out at paragraph 2. Happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Simon. Thanks for the report. Hopefully this will address some of the primary school capacity issues that we have in the area. That's hopefully good news. But members, any points? Elaine.
Thanks, Chair. Simon, it's just really for my background information about the Pavis House standard. Obviously, we're all worried about where the energy costs and supplies going at the moment. So this type of build, this standard, I realise the paper's saying about the net zero strategy for the council, but going forward, the energy costs on the building, have you got any idea how much that could save in the long run if we're building to this standard?
Thanks, through you, Chair. So I don't actually have figures in front of me, but Passive House is a standard that will reduce the energy consumption in a building down to its lowest levels. It's a super insulated fabric and air tightness, and it means that we can then introduce a zero carbon energy source air source heat pumps to heat the building. But that heating will be minimised to the absolute kind of lowest levels. I can certainly provide some of the kind of estimated running costs for you. I don't actually have them in front of me just now, though.
Thanks for you, Chair. No, I wasn't expecting actual numbers. I was just maybe more a ballpark, just to clarify if that was my understanding. Thanks.
Thanks, Lynn. Anyone else? Jim?
Thanks, Chair. Just for clarification on that as well, Simon, I did pick up that correctly. This is not inclusive of an air source heat pump at this stage, is it?
Sorry, Chair, could you repeat that question again?
Yeah. With reference to passive house and the insulation and wrap and air tightness, these figures don't include an air source heat pump, a change of energy supply to it, do they?
Yes, they do. So air source heat pump is part of the proposals and part of the costs.
Okay, thanks for that, Simon. Anyone else? Okay, can we go to recommendations? Page 3. Can we agree recommendations?
Great.
Okay, just before I go to exclusion of press and public, it was a wee bit remiss at the start. Should I mention we've got a guest this morning? We've got Greg Walker, who's a previous workplace officer with us, a law student, and he's doing some work just now all summer in there. And we thought we'd be to win this. The next item might have some relevance for him. Okay, welcome, Greg, and maybe move on to exclusion of press and public.